All right, Cynics, welcome back to episode 19 of the Two Cynics podcast. We're ready to roll. A lot of things going on in our world in the current event space. And Andrew, I can't help but notice that you look distracted as we're starting this episode. What's going on there? Where's your head at? Where's your phone at? What's going on?
If I Venmo you, or I can't Venmo you, if I Cash App you money, will you place
Apple.
if I Apple Pay you, will you place a parlay for me? Listen to
Sure.
this. Tell me this isn't foolproof. Okay. Parlay money line. Djokovic over Mueller, Zverev over Vukic, Medvedev over, I don't know, Murray over Mutet. This one makes me a little nervous. He's a minus 380. Dimitrov over Molkin, Cameron Norrie
Molchan.
over Alexander Shevchenko, Khachanov over Emo. That one makes me a little nervous. Kokonakis versus Yu Su Su. Chorich versus Sebastian Baez. I don't know who Sebastian Baez is. Isner over Acosta. He's a minus 270. Hurkacz over Mark Andrea Husler. Rublev over Rusevori. I know Rusevori is actually not terrible, but Rublev's going to win that match. Jack Draper over Radu Albot. Yannick Sinner over Yannick Hanfman. Diminar over Timofey Skatov. Gail Monfils over Taro Daniel. Alcaraz over Kopfer. Davidovich Fekina over Juan Manuel Cerandulo.
All right, that match already finished.
It's not possible.
It's possible. Fokina already won.
I think that's a different match.
Oh, that's a second round match.
Second
That's a
round.
second round match. I don't know if you want to do that.
Fekina over Cerandulo. Casper Ruud over Zhizhen Zhang. Tiafo over Sebastian Offner. The odds on this are plus 3,000. $100 wins $3,000.
That is how it works.
Tell me that's not a lock.
Okay, so for the Cynics, we've never talked about professional tennis, I don't think, on this show, but you're gonna have to bear with us. We're gonna get into the weeds. So I've filled out brackets. I'm on top of this stuff. So here's where I think we have potential concerns. Norrie is a concern. He's been playing very poorly.
Who is Sasha Shevchenko?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The guy's got no confidence. Khachanov hasn't played a match since the French Open.
I'm taking Khachanov off here. His line's only minus 160.
So there you go. See, they know. Okay, Khachanov's off. Chorich lost to Baez in the semis of Winston-Salem on Friday night.
I don't like
will
that.
win.
I'm
You don't like that?
No, I don't like that.
Um,
How's Isner? Who is this Facundo?
Isner's retiring. Retiring. I don't know who that guy is. Monfils is always a wild card. Okay, so you want to take those two out? That probably will bring the odds down to like 2,000, maybe.
Wow, it's plus 1240 now. That's not as fun. I think we put
just those two took it down to 1240.
Yeah, I think we got to put Chorich back in.
I mean, I have confidence in him. He's not going to lose to that guy twice in 4 days.
Okay. All right, let's put Chorich back in. That'll probably bring us up to plus 2,000. Does Murray make you nervous?
Not in the first round.
Okay.
Who's he playing again?
It's quarantine.
Quarantine.
Such a loser.
He's such a loser. He's a wannabe rapper.
Okay, so now it's plus 1864.
So that's without.
Khachanov is what made that line.
Who does he play again?
Emo.
That's a toss-up. Mo.
Yeah, we don't want it. We want this as like free money. Because like we know.
I mean, or don't put $100 or don't put $100. Put like, I don't know, 20. Do you want to put 100 yourself, or do you want to go halvesies?
Let's split. You want to go 50-50?
50-50? Okay, let's connect after the show on the exact
19 pick part. Hannah's gonna kill me.
Oh, God forbid you made a 19 pick parlay and that money didn't go to some dumb fucking skirt that got ordered on a Saturday afternoon from the fucking bathtub.
And then returned.
I mean, at least you're getting your money back if it gets returned.
Yeah, but it adds like four layers to my
Layers
day.
of activity.
All right, so our line is 19 picks plus 1864.
So
God, I feel
basically that's
kind
just
of makes
Hachanov
it
out.
sexy. I believe in him as an athlete.
Who again?
Khachanov.
I mean, he's really good. He's coming off an injury. I watched him practice last week. Like he hit the ball really clean. I just don't know what his fitness level is like.
That makes it more fun. All right. So that's $100 wins. God, I wish I could just place a bet. So $100. Yeah, 1964. I mean, $50. We make $950 each.
Each
975.
sign me up.
All right, let's do it. Let's do
Can't
it.
lose or can't lose parlay.
If we win this, we're gonna be like, why didn't we just bet like the farm?
Texas regulators are gonna come after us.
Good. I want to hear from Ted Cruz.
You want to be that like local what's your Fox channel? Fox 4, Fox
59.
13, Fox 9 story. Blank blank resident places bet out of state illegally with co-host / friend who is not a licensed sportsbook
Broker. Let's
broker.
do Kachanov and let's go 20 each.
What's that going to do to the odds?
Plus the 3,000. It bumps him up 1,000. So $20 wins 638.
So we're going 40 total.
Let's go 40.
40
20
total.
Yeah,
Okay.
40 pays out 1276.
Okay, that
You're
sounds
gonna have
good.
to pay the capital gains tax on this.
I don't think this is big enough of a win to get flagged.
Okay. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Yeah, okay, but we can connect. We can connect offline. I just saw like I was right before you got on. I was like scrolling, and some moron on TikTok was going like this, and he's like, "This is foolproof," and I'm like, "He's right. This is foolproof."
Wait,
like,
so you got this recommendation from a tennis TikTok guy?
No, he wasn't even a tennis TikToker. He was just gonna bet like Djokovic. Okay. And like he's like, I've always done Djokovic, Nadal, Federer first round. I'm like, yeah, you could bet $1 billion. Like whatever the maximum bet was for those matches, you would bet them. Like, especially at the French. Like next year at the
There are
French,
no flukes. There are no flukes.
yeah, it's
like,
just who's better at tennis
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I would bet at the French next year. If I have like $50,000 in my bank account, I would put 50,000 on Djokovic Alcaraz first round matches.
Yeah, I mean, except you jump off the balcony if one of them got it. Well, if they got injured, they would push. But if one of them lost, you would jump off the balcony. That's the problem.
I didn't even think about injuries. I'd be watching this match, like watching the move, be like, please don't tear. Do they void it?
If it's a retirement, it gets voided. Yeah.
You think for Djokovic would retire 100%. Alcaraz might be
Alcaraz played till the end.
Spanish never die.
Yeah. No, he would do it out of like a respect thing. But yes, that was his quote as well. Cubs down 5-1 in Milwaukee. Fucking joke.
Off of that.
Yeah, so I was
big series.
Huge series. I mean, if they
back, we're playing for the wild card.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the series after that are Arizona, Giants, Cincinnati, all the wild card teams in contention.
Yeah, I mean, it's time to Fisher get off the pot.
Yeah. So I wanted to start off today's show with some theories about a recent, let's just call it confirmed shadow banning in our eyes, at least. We're not on the For You page, which some of the cynics have been great to point out to us. I think they might have left us ever since that they pointed that out, but I think I found the TikTok that did it, that violated some potential rules.
Did you go through all of them?
I went through all of them and I was looking for I didn't watch all of them, right? That would not be a
Yeah.
good use of my time for where we're at in this process. But I went through the numbers and looked at the viewership information. And I think, do you have any guesses on
Give me
what
a hint.
video it is? It was one of your rants about
Oh, the lady grilling Paul Saladino
no, we were dead in the water by Paul Saladino. No, this is one of
about
your
the Kings of
logistics.
Texas.
No, we were good. Those duets were on fire. We were good there. No, it was the Firestone story. I
What was
think.
wrong with the Firestone story?
Well, you ripped on Firestone, right? The
What
customer service,
our big
the
tire
time.
industry controls us?
You added them. You tagged them in the cap. Not in, I don't know if it was in the caption, but in the like
Yeah,
text of the
yeah.
post, you just add Firestone, and that post, and this isn't your fault. You did the right thing. You're trying to make it. That post got 600 views, which for a non-promoted post at that time, I mean, that's
Yeah,
a good
really?
number
Get
for us.
600
Yeah.
views?
I mean, obviously there's an uptick since, but it's got 600 views. I have a theory that somebody at Firestone, whether it's in their marketing department or somewhere, they caught that and flagged it to TikTok. And TikTok
That
maybe didn't
was
communicate that to us.
how soft. Wow, these duets did do well. How soft would Firestone have to be to complain about a nobody podcast? Yeah, this is at
Maybe
Firestone.
it's hurting their local business, or not the local business, but in that area. I don't know.
How about Mark Zuckerberg comments on it? The guy, obviously, it's not actual Mark Zuckerberg. It's this cat. Can't see him. Terrible podcasting.
What are you trying to show me?
The guy who commented, he goes, Firestone, more like slow stone. I've had similar experience. This is the least funny thing I've ever heard. Shout out Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah, maybe Firestone saw that we were getting some traction. Wow, you might be right. That is a lot of views. It
they're
had
they're they're a private company.
Is Firestone not public?
No, they're a,
Wow,
they're a. Oh, hang on a second. Okay. So they're owned by Bridgestone. I knew that. I should have known that. So
that's the tire.
they're both yes.
Well, Firestone's a repair shop. Bridgestone is a tire.
Also, yes, but I think Firestone still does tires. I want to say anyway. Um, they were sold. They were sold to Bridgestone 35 years ago. So it's obviously it's. I'm sure Firestone is still operating somewhat independently. So I guarantee you, it's their people who manage the brand that could have gotten a hold of this
Well, that
and
makes
may
me
have
feel
said
good.
something to
How
TikTok.
do we should dispute it? Can we? Can we go to war with TikTok?
Should we write an email? I mean, we're both good at that.
To who?
I
Support
just,
at TikTok.com.
what other ideas do you have?
Contact at TikTok.com.
There's got to be a help section. This just shows how prepared we are to actually do this. There's got to be a help section like on the profile page or something. Can you imagine like the humiliation to be like, "Hey, we have a theory. You guys shadow banned us
And they'd be
for
like,
one post," and they
what are you talking about? This is
yeah.
just not true.
I
Creator
mean,
tools.
more bad podcasting.
Well, first of all, we got to turn on ad settings so people can use our content and ads or whatever that is. Creator portal. Have you looked through any of this? Maybe this will tell us.
I've looked through some of it.
What is creator portal? No, that's nothing interesting. Okay, this is all stupid. Creator marketplace. Yeah, I mean, we should look into it because that is really annoying. I told Hannah,
It's not sustainable.
no, I mean, we post every day. We get 224 views, and then we're done.
It's like what's that Greek mythology story? The guy who's in hell, Sisyphus. Sisyphus, the guy who keeps pushing the rock up the hill and then he always falls down
This is the
before he
first
gets
time
to
we
the
ever cut
top.
out. You're gone.
You're gone.
Wow.
I mean, audio is working, so that doesn't matter. But yeah, we're. I'm assuming it just reestablished.
You're back. What happens? First time it's ever happened.
Did you hear me talking?
No.
Oh, interesting. I heard you talking, but your
Yeah,
video cut out.
your face was
Zoom
completely frozen.
Zoom sucks. They can't send calendar
If
invites out.
he wants to
Sponsor us.
sponsor, we'll be a big proponent of Microsoft Teams or Vuvu. Uvu. Remember Uvu? You remember Uvu?
It was a video chatting
Yeah, it's
website where
yeah.
inappropriate, where middle schoolers would do inappropriate stuff. We're not going to go down that path.
Now we're gonna get banned.
Just don't clip that one. That'll be on the podcast where. So somehow we have 6 downloads from the last show, and I don't know where they're coming from. I think 3 of them were you. Did you download it? Did you look at it? Why did it be Pellegrini?
It auto downloads. I'm
Okay,
subscribed.
so it auto downloaded on your 3 apps, and
No,
then
I don't have
just
Spotify.
one, just
It's
Apple.
in Hannah on Apple.
Okay, so that's two. In
I could
in
totally see my dad just listening to the show every week and not saying anything.
oh, because he does know about it. That's right.
He does. He doesn't know what it's
There's
called.
no there's no way he'd be able to keep quiet after some of the things we've said about him
I
and
could see
both
him
of our
bringing it up
dads.
like this weekend when they're visiting. Like,
Just
I
like
heard what you said 7 weeks ago about Firestone. They suck.
you talking shit about me all this time, huh?
It's like, I remember that incident with the bike. You were a pussy.
You ruined the next week for me. Whole next week.
I didn't talk to you for 2 weeks after I lost to Michael Battle.
And you didn't even know what I had going on at work either. You just doubled my stress.
7-5,
And then you
to
and then
Michael Battle.
okay. What do you want? You want to talk about the Spanish
I do. Okay.
soccer coach?
Actually, can we talk about the sprinter first? Noah Lyles.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
let's talk about Noah
So
Lyles.
this
I've
guy,
had this debate before.
he's right. It's stupid that we call it world champions, but this is like a classic, like we're America, we're better, and that's just true. Like it's just basketball on a global scale. I don't care about the Argentina 2004 win. I don't care. Like
The
basketball is
best the best league is played in the United States.
it's not even
Yeah.
close. Like they're not. We can't even consider those leagues. This guy Noah Lyles is just salty because he doesn't get recognition. Like you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the tennis team in high school saying like, "Oh, but we're actually." It reminds me of our tennis team in college saying, "Oh, we're actually the best team on campus." Because we were the best team because we
Had the
ranked
best results. Yeah.
sport.
Yeah.
No one cares. No one cares, and you need to accept, dude. You chose to be a sprinter probably because you weren't a good enough athlete to be a basketball player and or a football player. So accept that you're a sprinter. Stop talking shit about the real sport. Now, the other side of this is how annoying the NBA players are in response, even though I agree with every single one of them. And the cherry on top was when I saw Denzel Valentine tweet at this guy today. And I was like, all right, I side with Noah Lyles. Denzel Valentine, you should not be in the NBA. You should be
He's
playing.
not. I think he's
Where is
done.
he? Is he a Maccabi? Like, where is he?
I'll look it up. Keep going.
No, that's it. I mean, this guy Noah Lyles, even listening to him talk, he just bothered me. He was just being annoying.
It would just look like he had it. It sounded like he was like triggered, basically. Like, and he
I'm a
had
world
an.
champion, but dude, they are the best. It's not even close. You compile those guys. If all the best guys play, it's not even a game. Like,
It's and yeah, like, and where do the best like the NBA now is at a point probably where among its best players, you have like the most ever non-Americans that we've had, and it's like, where do they go
Joker,
play? The
Giannis,
NBA. Yeah,
exactly.
like answer case closed. It's just it's
Where's
dumb.
Denzel Valentine?
All right, you want to take a guess? I got in front of me where he's playing. It's not Maccabi. He's not in Israel.
It's China or
Close.
FC Barcelona or Thailand.
He's in Australia. Plays for the Sydney Kings. Not
He's
even.
probably not even their best player. Do you
No,
remember when we drafted him? I was like, oh, okay, like this guy was somebody in college. Like I'll try to get excited about it. I'll never
he
forget
was
that.
good at Michigan State. Like I thought it was a good draft pick.
Because he's a name because we knew who he was. Unlike like Tony Smith.
Patrick Williams.
Yeah, who
No,
are
I had no
these
idea who he
guys?
was. Yeah.
Do you remember that play where there was like a minute left and the Bulls were down by like 4? Denzel dribbles up the court, takes 3,
Pulls
from, like,
up.
just past half court. The ball doesn't even hit the rim. Stacey King was like, "Oh no,
Oh
no, no!" Yeah. So after
Dark
Denzel
times.
Valentine tweeted, I was like, "All right, I can't even listen to this. Like, everybody's wrong."
And it's also like no serious NBA players need to be responding to that because it's just like a
This
dumb
is so Kevin
yeah.
Durant. It's such a Kevin Durant thing
Yeah.
to engage
Get in the burner and be like, yo, we just hoop here. We
we
hoop
just
here
we just
better than
do runs,
anybody.
dog.
Yeah.
We just run and we yeah, dude, you are like one of the best basketball players to ever play. Why are you tweeting? Why are you triggered? He seems like such an insecure baby. He always has.
Yeah, and it's gonna remain that way unless I don't know unless he wins another championship with
Such a
his new
bust.
super
Like
team.
it's truly like a bust of a career. I mean, I obviously not actually, and he'll be regarded, but I don't know. He underachieved. His career feels like it went by in a heartbeat. He's 36, right? Like 35. Like when did that
And
happen?
and the titles that he got were like no one's
Like
gonna take those seriously.
yeah, like
Like
yes, you will forever be an NBA champion, but like you're not the guy. Like he was the best player on that team for sure, but it doesn't
yes,
matter. Like that Giannis one title means so much more. Jokic one title means so much more. Anyway, we can go NBA for a long. Let's talk about the Spanish soccer coach. You go first.
okay. I think
You can be a lib.
this is so ridiculous. I don't know. So for a peek behind the scenes for the Cynics, I was like, are you seriously not like gonna take the other side here? And then he's like, oh, there's a broader conversation to be had. What's I don't know what the broader conversation is. Here's my broader conversation. It's you said I won't steal the words from your mouth. You said no, he's a creepy guy. You know what I find creepy? I find creepy men on Twitter who run like quasi reputable accounts, like we'll call it anywhere between 300 and 3,000 followers, and they're like fanboys of sports that women's sports, whether it's WNBA, soccer, women's tennis, women's golf, and they're like they hide behind the veil of just loving the sport and like wanting, you know, being passionate and whatever. And then they just like will tweet like creepy things about these women. Like how many yes queen like women's tennis posts do I see on Twitter every day where these weirdos named this is on another level. This is people who obsess about tweeting about what outfit Jessica Pagula or Elena Rybakina are wearing at the US Open and like how good they look.
I need you to say
Like
that last name again.
Rybakina.
It's just so funny. Like
You
obviously you
just
and I
said
both know.
Jokic. Like, what are you
No,
doing?
no, I understand. No, I agree with you. Like you and I both know how to properly say the
Oh,
name.
doing the
But we're so like
the
indoctrinated.
Americanization of it.
Yeah.
Rybakina. I saw you did. You know what you did on some of the last names that you read out for the long parlay. You did like the thing that one of those like Tennis Channel Court Report reporters used to do when we were like 13 years old, where she would like say every name, like North she'd be like Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, like every time that she would read the updates about like what happened in the match, and we would like give her grief for that. That's what you did in the parlay, at least for some of the names.
You know what bothers me?
Kachanov.
You know what bothers me more than anything? Any sports commentation. Two things. One, Barcelona. That drives me nuts. Okay.
In English.
Yes. Say Barcelona. Okay. We get what you're doing. Just say Barcelona. It's
Carne
not that
asada.
different. And the second one is I can't even, it's going to bother me so much to say it. Former women's Grand Slam champion from Spain.
Muguruza.
I can't.
She's not on the tour right now.
Sick.
Taking a break.
Was she caught doping? Or was she a mom?
No. That was Simona Halep allegedly got caught doping. No, she just had some bad results and some injuries.
Okay,
and she took
but that name and Barcelona, which come from obviously the same region of the world.
Okay, so let's go to Barcelona. So what's your broader conversation about what you're gonna make an argument? Here's if somebody wants to play devil's advocate, I'll list out the argument. In Europe and particularly in Spain, they all do the kisses. They all kiss each other. How many people did we fucking kiss, whether it was on the cheeks or the lips, men and women, when we were in France as 12, 13-year-old kids? It was like, what are we doing? And it's like, oh, it's the culture. You have to do it. So if that were the case and if everybody played it cool, sure, we can. There is a broader conversation to be had about whether or not this should be societally acceptable. But when the guy puts his hands on her and just her, and she was like, yeah, like I wasn't down for that. I don't know what there is to be said. I know I just lost you again, but you probably heard what I said.
Here's what there is to be said. Yeah, no, I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I did hear what you said. Here's what there is to be said. Right now, I think this is the number one current event in the world. Like, I think if there was alien touchdown tomorrow in Las Vegas, then the story number one would be this Spanish coach kissing this girl, and story number two would be the damnation of our planet. Like, there are such bigger problems going on, and this is all I'm hearing about. Like, you can't go anywhere without hearing about this. This is a non-story. Like, yeah, fire him. Why are we what are we doing that we're still talking about this? Like, he's wrong and he's weird and he shouldn't be in this job because he makes these girls
doesn't know how to act. Yeah.
It doesn't. I don't care. Like, if it was unintentional, he made like these girls that are supposed to look up to him uncomfortable. He can no longer be in that job. Even if he meant no ill will, they don't trust him. He can't be in the job. Done. It's done. They are making I sound like a conspiracist. They're making some example out of him and dragging this along and trying to ruin his name. I don't have sympathy for him in that sense. I'm just saying, like, what are we doing? This, I joked about Trump witch hunt. This is a witch hunt. Like, we're hanging this guy. Just fire him. Like, why are we still talking about this? Just fire him. Harvey Weinstein was different, right? Like, and first of all, Harvey Weinstein did things
way worse. Yeah.
These guys in the same sentence. But why is this news still? This was 2 weeks ago.
So, point number one, do you think it's your algorithm that's playing a role in this? Like, are our minds being warped by the fact that, like, it's just our experience? Like, for someone that doesn't spend as much time online as we do,
my algorithm.
Yes, but like when shit gets to like advocacy and intersection with, like, I don't even know what to call it. I mean, I don't want to say it's getting political, but I mean, you're right. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm Googling it right now. I'm in private browsing mode. I'm not signed in. And, I don't know. I Google it. I see articles, Daily Mail, The Independent, Time, CNN, CBS Sports.
Here's the problem. Like, this next thing you know,
he hasn't resigned. He's
at fault too. Just resign, dude.
He was suspended by FIFA, which I don't know how much a FIFA suspension weight carries. How much a FIFA weight suspension carries?
Here's the problem. This guy is going to be on stage at the Republican National Convention. Like this, he's
No,
going to
he's
become.
not.
I'm
What are you
kidding.
talking
I'm not. I'm not being.
Oh, that
serious.
you're saying that's the platform.
This
Like
is
going
this is
against
what's going to happen.
I
Like
know.
it's like. Did you listen? Did you hear that song, the Oliver Anthony song, "Rich Men North of Richmond"?
Yeah, and then he came out and
He's
was
like, I
like,
have nothing to do with
yeah,
it. I hate
yes.
like, but like obviously, like DeSantis and company are like our guy, you
Or
know.
like what was that Jason Aldean song like in a small town or whatever?
Yeah, try that in
Okay.
my town. Try that in a small town. Borderline. Jason Aldean.
Very
We know what was going on in Jason Aldean's head. He didn't say it
yes.
right, but like we make that assumption. But like it all is going to become politicized. Next thing you know, they're going to be talking about what's his name, Diego
The coach's
Ferreira.
name?
Yeah,
Luis Rubiales.
who's
Diego.
Diego Ferreira?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. This guy's going to become. If this happened in the United States, if this was the head of U.S. women's soccer, who's that Polish guy that was our coach this year? By the way,
I don't know. He resigned for
I know he
bad
was
performance.
terrible. This is the worst team ever. If he did that, like if he kissed like Megan Rapinoe, then he would be. I guarantee he'd be ostracized by the left, and then a right wing hero and a martyr for woke
Oh,
cancel
like
culture.
yeah, yeah, you're so right. Maybe listen, I mean, bad on Spain for not firing this guy yet, or the federation, but I don't know. Maybe it's not that bad there. I don't know. I know that there were some men's players on the team who said like they wouldn't play as long as he had a job,
They
and I don't know if
have
there
to.
was.
This is so classic. This is like we all these guys probably don't even know what's going on. Like
I mean,
they're on an island in Mallorca, and their social media guy is like, "Hey, you mind if I tweet about the Federation? Guy kissing." He's like, "Yeah, sure, okay, whatever." These guys, they don't give a shit. I'm not gonna play. Yeah, because you don't need to play. I bet the women are like, we got to get this figured out. Like, I'm gonna need to play soon.
yeah, it's a valid discussion, and it's
You thought
sad
I
that
was gonna
this is
come in
where we
here
are.
all. You thought I was gonna come in right wing, go heavy.
You showed the playbook. You didn't open it, but you showed it.
Speaking
Uh,
speaking of right wing, have you seen the Snow White girl?
no.
Oh
What's this?
my god!
Oh, oh God.
Have you seen what she said?
No, let me look this up. Can
I'll,
you can
I'll,
you
I'll
say it
play.
out loud? Can
I'll
you say
play
it
the
out
audio.
loud?
Yeah, I'll play the audio. It's so good what she says. So it's the background. The context is they're remaking Snow White, and Jesus, I just can't type anything. They're remaking Snow White, and the actress, the girl who's playing Snow White, she says the most obnoxious things. It's just so here.
The actress or the
Yes, the actress who's playing Snow White.
So serious. I watched it once and then I went on
Here.
put it in the mic, phone in the mic.
original cartoon. I think I watched it once and then I never picked it up again. Like I'm being so serious. I watched it once and then I went on the ride in Disney World, which was called Snow White's Scary Adventures. Doesn't sound like something little kids would like. Was terrified of it. Never revisited Snow White again. So I watched it for the longer 1930.
Here, this one.
I was doing this stuff. I just mean that it's no longer 1937. We absolutely wrote a Snow White that is not going to be saved by the prince. She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true. And so it's just a really incredible story for, I think, young people everywhere to see themselves in.
Snow White is running for president.
I'm launching my campaign.
There was one there that she said something even more annoying. She was like, the original Snow White is really just about a guy who stalks a girl. Kind of creepy. creepy. It's just you're playing Snow White. Like I sound like
I mean, we're beyond
but just don't make Snow White if you're
more
gonna
than
roast Snow White. Snow White
Oh,
came
I
out
see.
100 years ago, 90 years ago. Move on. What are you so upset about? You're getting paid millions of dollars to play a cartoon character, an iconic cartoon character that's beloved. There was no one had creepy intention. Maybe they did. Okay, maybe they did. But just watch the movie innocently. Well, what did we watch? We just watched Sleeping Beauty. Okay, today, 3 hours ago, we were watching Sleeping Beauty, and the prince comes up to give Sleeping Beauty a kiss, which is what wakes her up. And Hannah goes, didn't get consent. And it was hilarious. And she's right. Like,
it's so like both sides of the thoughts, right? Like the initial thoughts and then the reactions to those thoughts. It's just like, I don't know. Like, did our parents think about this stuff? Like, I just fucking sat there and watched it.
Just watch it.
And now it's all a problem. Like, also, what's wrong? Like, sure, there can be girls who want to live out their dreams and become president, and there can be girls who want a Prince Charming to fall in love. Like, he can be both. You don't have to shoot down one or the other.
No, you don't have to pressure people. Just be. Stop trying to. Not everything is a message.
Mean something. Not everything means. Yeah.
It's just a cartoon. Like, okay.
Somebody wrote a story. That's it.
It's a story. I love garbage. I mean, we just watched the last thing he told me. I texted you about Defending Jacob. These are the most meaningless shows that have Hannah likes everything that has some deeper meaning. And I'm not against it every now and then. Sometimes I just want to just watch a story.
Fiction.
And a thriller with a couple twists and turns.
He's a simple man, guys.
I don't want to
He's a simple man.
I don't want to think. Have you heard the Monsters, Inc. thing?
Sounds familiar. Fill me in.
We talked about Hillary Clinton drinking blood. Okay, we can't clip this because we're gonna get censored. But so
are you gonna talk about Sound of Freedom? That's what we didn't talk about that one.
But I do want to see Sound of Freedom.
Of course.
I mean, there's nothing political about that. It's real, which is crazy. Crazy, right? That's real.
I don't know if it's real.
It's real. Like I'm not talking about Sound of Freedom, but like the child trafficking thing is really. Have you heard?
Well,
we're gonna do a conspiracy rabbit hole. So
the director said that it's not supposed to be a QAnon thing, but then like the QAnon people leaned into it super hard.
Exactly.
Plus the actor. Plus the actor. Caviezel.
Not Epstein. It's just. Oh, you're so right. This is the same thing with the Spanish soccer coach. Like, this has nothing to do with QAnon.
Just attach yourselves to an opportunity.
Like drugs. Like, it's just drugs being trafficked, children being trafficked. Okay, two things. First, Wayfair. Have you seen this?
No.
So
actually, I think I've heard about it.
It's pretty crazy. Yeah. Like, it'll blow your mind. I don't believe it, but like it's intriguing where like there will be like a missing child. Let's say the missing child's name is Bethany. Okay. I don't know who's named Bethany. And there will be like a cabinet for sale on Wayfair, and it'll list the price like $12,395, and it's called Bethany. You know how like IKEA has things like Scar,
the Lanskrona. Yeah, exactly.
Like, so that Wayfair does the same thing. Bethany, some cabinet for $13,000, and like there's evidence to like that's a real thing. So the theory is that Wayfair, it wouldn't be so obvious. Like this could be photoshopped, but anyway. So the Monsters Inc. thing, I told you about how people think that Hillary Clinton and all the politicians and the elites drink the blood of children because it makes them younger. I don't believe one bit of this, just so you know. Nothing. But it's
so I know.
Just so you know. The theory is they don't drink the blood, they drink a part of the blood, like they extract something called adrenochrome, which is supposed to make you younger and like reverse age, which if Joe Biden's drinking adrenochrome, it's not working. Okay, no offense. This is not a political thing. Did you see the Brian Cox thing
Yes, I did see
about
that
Biden?
thing.
And
Yes.
I think he's like a huge Democrat too. Like I think he's like a diehard Democrat. But anyway,
No jogging.
we went for a jog today after that. So anyway, so adrenochrome is produced by your adrenal gland when there's a fear response. Your adrenal gland, this is facts. Like this is not, I'm not making this up. This is a true thing biologically. When you're scared, your adrenal gland produces more. It's called the fear hormone, whatever. So
Response. Yeah.
yeah. And the theory is that in Monsters Inc., that scare factory where the monsters would go in to scare the kids, that is to produce adrenochrome and the elites drink the blood. And I mean, we can go down the rabbit hole and I could look it up, but I've seen TikToks about it.
No, Monsters Inc. is a movie.
Yes. So the theory is the movie Pixar was doing
In on this situation, they were drinking kids' blood.
that they were just mocking the concept of
Uh-huh.
drinking the blood of children. And I mean, then we can go into Comet Pizza, but Comet Pizza is
Okay,
allegedly
we might as well have Tennis Sangren on if we're gonna do that one.
we got
I'm
this
just
is our second time bringing up Tennis Sangren.
I'm so how do you know like I'm very concerned that you like are so in depth on these rabbit holes. Like who the fuck is sending you this shit?
No one sent. Well, my brother sends me some, but every time we talk, I'm like, dude, I don't know where you get any of this. I find them really funny. I don't know what it is, but I've always loved conspiracies. I love a good conspiracy because you feel something. You're like, if this was true, this would be crazy. I don't
But
believe
you're
it.
not a like you're not a we didn't land on the moon guy. Yeah.
I'm not I flat Earth.
JFK?
JFK. But I don't think
CIA?
that's like
That's not that hot of a take anymore.
That's not any
Yeah.
like something happened there. Like I don't know if
You saw it with your own eyes when you took your
Right.
nephew around there.
there was something going on with JFK, but like what else? What are some common ones? I think Area 51. I really don't think that we've seen aliens. Like I believe in extraterrestrial life, but I don't think
Denver Airport.
with the horse. No, I don't. That's so stupid. People just need to feel something. I don't think aliens would choose Nevada over and over and over again to land. I don't think that many people could keep a secret. I think the reason we talk so much about JFK is because so many people could not keep a secret.
What about that guy who testified under an oath that so there were people that I spoke to who were like all in on that and they like thought that he was being real. To which I responded, I was like we literally had the most erratic fucking person in the White House. Do you seriously think he would keep his mouth shut if aliens are real? And then everyone was like,
I do think he would have kept his mouth shut. That's not even
then though he's not there anymore. But then everyone was like, "Oh, it's only on a need to know basis," and it's like if he doesn't need to know about it, he doesn't need to know about it.
It's not even him. Like, think about how many people would have
to be in on it.
About this, that would have to not tell their wife or not tell their best friend. Some guy in fucking
in Northern Virginia,
Vegas,
yeah,
just a guy. Like he's making $75K. He gets drunk with his buddies at a bar. Bro, the aliens from Krypton are here. Like, I'm telling you, we got the guy, we got his ship. That many people cannot have been on the same page. National security, there's more than just, and they wouldn't just land at Area 51. They would land in Dave's backyard. And Dave
destroy the house or whatever. Yeah.
We can't, like, I want to believe in it. I want this to have happened. I hope it happens in our lifetime. I think it's incredibly fascinating. But come on. The moon. We can't. There's so many people would have to be in on it. Buzz Aldrin is 1,000 years old.
Shout out India. Just landed. South side.
What?
India landed a craft on the south side of the moon, first time
India,
ever.
no offense, India, very advanced nation. If India landed on it, we landed on it 60 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know what other popular conspiracies there are. But like those absurd
Bermuda
ones,
Triangle.
yeah, that makes sense, but not any craziness. Like bad connection, bad fucking bad mapping, like not some force pulling things down and from the air. You know what's fascinating? I watched the documentary, Malaysia Air 370.
Oh, awful. I had a friend, the same friend that we talked about on last week's show.
Said he was on the flight.
No. No, we went out like a year and a half ago, and he was staying over, he was sleeping on my couch, and he was like, "Yo," it was like 3 a.m. He was like, "Yo, let's watch this Netflix documentary about this movie," and I was like, "Why would you want to do that? It's so terrifying." We turn the TV on at 2:52 a.m. Eastern, and you just see this video of this pilot just like ready to lose control of the plane. It's so bad. I'm flying on a Boeing 737 Max for the first time ever in a few weeks.
You'll be fine. Where are you going?
On the way back from Canada, from Vancouver.
Why are you going
Vancouver. I told you I was going to Vancouver.
For what?
Laver Cup and just to see the city.
Going to Laver Cups of Woolwich.
Yeah, for that shit fucking draw.
I peaked in 2018. Life will never get better than Federer Djokovic doubles at Laver Cup with a. I will never. Life peaked there.
Now, when your daughter was born.
No, I mean in terms of tennis and
I see.
I won't see anything cooler than that match. Like that was a dream come true. You know what though? Did you?
I feel like
feeding balls to Fedya? Whatever.
No, I'm not aware of this.
So they did like a big marketing thing at Midtown and for the Laver Cup like that week and feed forehands to Fedya. Is that not the sickest thing? He took a picture with him.
I feel like I remember this, but it's so long ago.
I mean, how like when imagine who he feeds to all day, right? Janik, he feeds a forehand approach to Fedya, and like the whiz on that ball,
the rip,
it's like nothing you've ever seen. And I mean, that's he said he was. I can't imagine how tight. Can you imagine how tight you would be feeding forehands to him? I'd be so tight.
I mean, why are you tight feeding forehands? It's feeding.
Feeding isn't as like you had to feed him 3 specific balls in a row. It was
okay,
like a forehand and approach. You don't want to feed it out because you're nervous.
Right? Yeah,
it,
for sure.
But
for sure,
how cool is that?
Yeah, it's been a while. What's up?
She posted her second TikTok. Her first TikTok did great yesterday. The one today is not doing so hot.
Interesting. Maybe she called out Firestone.
Okay.
Hovland, do you want to wrap up with Hovland?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, what is there really to talk about? I put it on there.
You can apply that to the whole fucking show.
I mean, there's nothing cynical. He's the nicest guy in the world. Just made $22 million. Like, life is so good. It is weird that he lives in Stillwater, but I mean, like, he never.
Is there anything there besides the college town?
Did you see the movie?
I know. I'd need to. Oh,
it's really good.
I'm gonna see that. I don't know what platform it's on, but I will see that. Have you seen the ads on Apple for Invasion? We were talking about aliens.
Yeah,
it doesn't look good to you.
Much for me, but if you watch it, let me know. We quit Silo, by the way.
Yeah, you told me.
I saw the ending. I saw the spoiler.
Okay, stop.
Relax. Me saying I saw the spoiler triggers you. I'm not.
I have no trust in you. I have no trust. You've broken my trust.
Defending Jacob, I'm telling you, on Apple TV also. Fuck Silo. Stop watching Silo. Finish Silo after. Watch Defending Jacob. Silo
There's no way to get me excited than just saying, oh, fuck the show you're watching.
No. Just pivot from Silo to Defending Jacob. I'm telling you, you'll watch Defending Jacob in 4 days. It was So good. So good. It was better than the last thing he told me.
High bar. High fucking bar. Hey,
It really
you
was.
remember anything in the Texas football stadium? Were they in the Big 12 or in the Southwest Conference when this happened?
It was a lot of orange around me. Orange and white. What are their colors? I love how in that
Book a plane ticket immediately.
she called her ex-boyfriend to ask what the colors were instead of typing in Texas football and just
Google.
Mark, what color are their jerseys? It's so cheesy. I've over the last year, I've been like obsessed with British dramas. Obsessed. Like this one guy, Harlan Coben, he's an author. He writes these incredible British mysteries, and the British, like, once you're done with defending Jacob, I'll send you a slew of British dramas that are just are
they all on Hulu?
They're all on Netflix, which you like, I'm telling you, if you like defending Jacob, which I know you will, if you enjoyed the last thing he told me, you will love these. And there's a couple
mysteries, just all mysteries.
Just mysteries that you can't guess the ending to. Like, last thing he told me, I was trying to guess it, and I had like some of it, but like these mysteries, there's so many twists and turns, and they're well done. Like, it's not like the acting. This was so bad in the last thing he told me, but these are well done, and they're just they're so good. British dramas, it's the same actors, like the same 7 key actors are in all of these, and there's I'll send you a long list. If any listeners, I bet our Belgian friends, Harlan Coben did some in like Polish. I didn't watch. I hate the dub. Though I can't watch it dubbed, and I can't watch subtitles. I just can't. I need English. I need true English. But they did some Polish ones. They're so good. I bet our Belgian friends. Shout out Brussels. Let us know if you watch Harlan Coben. I am a diehard Harlan. I got one of his books from like those little free libraries. Didn't read it, obviously. I'm a diehard. Hannah hates it. She thinks it's so shallow. This goes back to our like it needs to mean something thing. They don't mean shit. They're just great. It's just great.
Just content. Just
I don't know how we got from Hovland. Oh, the movie Stillwater. So watch
That's
Stillwater.
Matt Damon, right?
Yeah, loosely based on a true story. He's so good.
He got fat for that one, right?
Yeah, burly.
Yeah.
Stillwater. He's a Stillwater oil guy. Watch Stillwater, watch Defending Jacob, and then I'll send you the British dramas.
Okay.
It's got to be, I got to do like my own podcast, just like riffing about like British dramas.
My parents watch Scandinavian dramas. I don't know if that's on the same wavelength, but
like Finnish.
What? Yeah, they watch stuff that's dubbed. I'm pretty sure.
I can't. We watched Squid Game.
You what? Fauda.
My parents love Fauda. I never watched Fauda.
Terrific.
Is it that good? Yeah.
Yeah. Tehran. I've told you about. That's also dubbed, but I don't know. It's not that bad when it's dubbed.
How did you watch Squid Game?
Netflix.
Subtitles or dubbed?
Oh. I think subtitles. I think I watched it with subtitles.
I struggle with subtitles.
But you watch everything with you watch normal English with subtitles, which I find so off-putting.
Can't watch TV. I told you about Oppenheimer. I didn't understand what they were saying.
But then you're reading. You're not watching. You're reading.
No, it's weird. It's like I'm ahead in my head with the subtitles, and like I'm not actually reading them, but like I'm subconsciously reading them to where if a word is like a little bit off, like I know what they're saying. I feel more confident in the words that they're saying by seeing it on the screen. I don't know how much sense that makes.
No, that makes sense.
Do you use subtitles or not?
The most basic question ever on every girl's dating profile everywhere. Do you watch with subtitles or without? I have no idea how many girls are like, let's make sure we're on the same page about subtitles on or off.
God.
I mean, okay, I could see in a relationship how that becomes an important thing, but that's also not
No.
something that should make
Listen,
or break
I've
a
been in a
relationship.
relationship for 8 years. I can tell you those little things that people say. I sound like I'm speaking from my ivory tower. Those little things mean absolutely nothing, and you end up morphing into the same person anyway. Like
Because
all
one
the
person's
things,
gonna adjust to whatever the other one
you'll
wants.
adjust and you'll realize there's no difference. Like
Yeah.
there's so many things that I felt strongly about that now like we've just become like one. We have the same opinions about everything. Like literally, except there are a few political points where we disagree, but like it's not contentious. Like
Monsters Inc.
no, not Monsters Inc. It's so weird. She's the most confusing political person. She's so
Okay.
hard left on some things and so hard right.
You're doing the things that our friend does, where you just repeat yourself. You've said this so many times on other episodes.
It's just it confuses me so much. She's so the opposite. She's like, I feel like everyone says they're a libertarian, but I feel like a true libertarian. Like I think my values align with the Libertarian Party. She's the opposite. She's
very involved in everything.
Such random. Exactly. Let's regulate everything,
but the way I want it. All right, that's a good stopping point. All right, I'm gonna go place our bet before Djokovic starts playing.
I thought he's playing tomorrow.
No, he's playing tonight.
Oh yeah, place it. I'll send you $20.
Okay.
Send me the confirmation. I'm gonna send it to some people
To what?
To brag about how genius we are.
Usually we should do that after we win, not before. But okay, if you want to jinx us, that's fine.
All right, though I just sent you $20.
All right. Thank you to the Cynics. We'll be back next week.